Alina Habba doesn't play. Alina Habba, welcome back. How are you? And what are you thinking tonight about everything?
Exactly how I felt that day, I think, until it's over and behind us. But I don't have hopes really that high at this moment that the New York courts will do the right thing, that the jury will do the right thing. We're in a blue state, as you know, Greg. And I think everything's by design. We're in a case that was 8 years old, over the statute of limitations, was denied by Cy Vance, then brought only after President Trump decided he was going to run for office. And like you said, look at how many people they've got. And I can't talk about it, but because of the unconstitutional gag order. But I think that we should also take a look at who's on that team and where those people came from. It's very troubling, as you know, and I know you know it well. And we're in the fight of our lives at this moment.
Well, I know, yeah, the gag order applies to you guys as well. Well, I'm going to give you a heads up about something because I've been reading the transcript and something interesting happened in the judge's chambers, I guess they call it. One of the jurors was a little bit apprehensive about serving. And she went in there and she told the judge, you know, I'm really scared for my safety. I live alone. I don't want anything bad to happen to me. And nobody wants anything bad to happen to her. But the judge never asked her, and it was all on the record, well, why are you scared? And I think a lot of the optics here and a lot of the media narrative is, well, you have to be afraid of MAGA because MAGA, January 6th. You know what I mean? And the judge never inquired as to why are you so apprehensive? And if she's afraid of MAGA, she shouldn't be on that jury.
Yeah, you're actually 100% right. But I don't think that the concern is their safety. I don't think that the concern is getting a fair jury. In fact, if you look at where they allowed the pool to come from, it was strictly from Manhattan. Manhattan in the election race actually didn't have one single block that didn't vote blue. So you are limiting the pool intentionally so that you have people that are blue leaning. It's really impossible to get somebody from the Republican side, and you can't pretend that politics aren't a part of this. And that wouldn't influence anybody in the climate that the American culture is in right now. We have students being indoctrinated by this culture, as we can see on campuses at the moment. So it's really troubling, Greg. I mean, that story that you just told says it all. You know, it's really not about their safety. It's about getting Trump away from being on the campaign, making sure that he cannot be the future president because the polls say he will be. And that creates a tremendous amount of fear in the left-wing politics and country because they haven't behaved appropriately, and it's clear. And I think everybody can see this now. If you can't, you know, you're asleep at the wheel. I don't know what to tell you, but it's not just about President Trump. I always say this. It's about anybody in America. It's about Americans. We just don't do these types of things in this country. And we're watching the demise of our country and our judicial system. It's election interference at its finest, frankly.
You know, I have a feeling the prosecution team, maybe prosecutors all over the country, the ones in Atlanta, elsewhere, they never thought it would get this far, right? They thought they'd arrest Trump and everybody would get scared and he wouldn't be nominated. They didn't think this through because if you look at this case, I see them making, the prosecutors, factual errors. I see them making kind of wild assumptions and leaving weird things out and including weird things. I see a sloppy prosecution. I'm not the lawyer, but I think they're making mistakes because they didn't possibly see it coming this far. How can people help? What can we do? A lot of folks are frustrated out there. Is there anything we can do?
I think we have to make sure he gets elected. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure what we do in the next 6 months other than fight the fight, and I know I'm in it. We have great lawyers on the team that are smart. We have people that see this for what it is, but we have also judges that are using their positions against presidential candidates